Hi, in this episode of Toys Back Zen, we're going to be taking a look at the 6-inch classifieds Snake Eyes and Timber, and this is the 5th release of Snake Eyes so far, and this is the 2nd release of Snake Eyes with Timber. This is in the new packaging, and I really do like the artwork on this box. It looks fantastic. Now, there's several Snake Eyes that has come out in the past already in the classifieds. This is the beginning of 2023, and this is the second Snake Eyes that I have in my collection. I kind of held off from the first Snake Eyes and Timber release, and I just kept seeing it in the store and just decided I didn't want to grab it yet. And I'm glad I didn't, because now I've got the one that reminds me more of version 2 of Snake Eyes. And I'm going to show you a comparison of this figure when we open it up with the 3 3/4 inch figure 2. So stick around, stay tuned, and let's get into it. So before I open the box, I'm actually going to show you what I paid for this figure and Timber. It is $66.99 here in Canada. I bought it at GameStop, and I have the Platinum card, which gave me the price of $60.29 Canadian. So I don't really care for these stickers, but I left it on so you could see what I paid for it. And this is probably the cheapest I've seen this figure go for on the retail market. But you can just pull these stickers off. I like how these stickers just kind of come off really easily. And there you go. So taking a look at the box, you can see we've got Timber and Snake Eyes. And you've got almost like a close-up of Snake Eyes here. I don't know why they did that. That's kind of weird. We've got a cabin in the back. They're obviously in the north, and you can see the northern lights up here. Really cool artwork. You can see a picture here of what's in the box. If we turn to the side, there's the rest of the artwork that kind of came from the front all the way to the side. And the other side, he is number 52. Here's his ranks. Don't ask me what the ranks mean. I have no idea what any of these symbols are, and I don't think any of us really do. I wish we had a chart to tell us what they meant. Here is what is inside the box. So let's get this thing open and check it out. Just like the Sergeant Slaughter figure that I did a review on, he does come with a box. And I'm sure this is housing all of the accessories, because he does come with quite a few. You can see his box also says Snake Eyes and Timber on it, number 52. And they're stuck in this little box here with these little paper ties. So I'm going to get all these out, and then I'll bring you back. Opening up the accessories box, we'll see what's inside. I already got the figures out already. And we've got all of this cardboard and a paper bag. He does come with a lot of things. I'm kind of curious to see if he's going to be able to put all of that on his body. I know that he does have some extra hands. Obviously, those are not going to be able to be stored on his body, but I'm just wondering about all of these weapons. Is it really necessary? Well, why not? I mean, he's a $60 figure. They might as well give him a whole bunch of stuff. I don't feel that he needs to be a $60 figure. I don't feel that Timber is, uses as much plastic as Snake Eyes himself, But he does have quite a bit of articulation. We'll be taking a look at that here in a second. But you'll see here, first of all, we get another head. It's got the same markings as his head that he's got on the figure, but he's got an open mouth, so he's kind of he's snarling at somebody. Maybe he's snarling at Zartan, and you can see the paintwork on that. It's so good. Look at the mouth on that and everything. That's amazing. I probably will be putting that on him. Here is the scarf. This is a plastic scarf. It does have a lot of molded details to make it look like it is a soft goods scarf, but it is not. And that's fine with me. We've got an Uzi here. We've got another gun here with a removable magazine. That's really cool. Already in there. We also have a harpoon style gun here. And it's got the two hoops. You could probably put a string in between those. These are all weapons I've seen from previous figures, so they're just remolding all of these. I do like the Uzi, though. I think I'll be giving him the Uzi mostly. Here's another weapon here. Looks really good. We've got a smaller pistol. And with that pistol, it also comes with a detachable silencer here, which is really neat. I like that idea. He does come with a sword. Really nice sword. Let's check out the details on the hilt of that sword. Lots of detail in the handle, almost like it's a wood grain. And it's got a silver blade. And then he also has a place to store it on his back, I'm assuming. There's a peg right here. He's got an extra hand here. He's got like a claw on his glove on the inside, I guess for doing some damage when he's fighting. And for the other hand, he's got a hand that is holding a ninja star. The ninja star is not separate, unfortunately, but I would probably just end up losing that eventually on the floor anyway. So that's kind of nice that they did that. But you can change those out to whatever you want. I do like the ninja star, and I'll probably be using that. And last but not least, we have a knife here. The really cool detail on the handle. And there's no paint on this one, unlike the sword. And usually the knives will have silver paint, but they skimped on the paint on this one. Maybe it's supposed to have a black blade. So that's really cool. And here he is. I really like this version of this figure. I like it better than the first version, which was all black. Here he is here. It's pretty much the exact same mold. You'll notice that the boots are a little bit better. They made the boots a little wider, so he stands better than this guy. But for the most part, this guy stands pretty good. But pretty much he is the exact same mold, all the same accessories, except for the guns. The guns on the first version, they were like Nerf guns. They were doing that with all the first wave. And I think that this guy is way better with the accessories that he came with. Even though I'm not really a big fan of any of these, I do like this gun quite a bit. This one doesn't seem like Snake Eyes to me, and this could be a Snake Eyes thing, I think. And I really am not a fan of the scarf either. So this is the way I'm going to have him. He's got the ninja star in the left hand. He's got his Uzi, which to me is the weapon for Snake Eyes, is the Uzi. He's got his dagger here. He's got his gun with the silencer here in the holster. He's got the cool belt and the color tones they have here. They have black, they've got the green, they've got the light gray, and he also has his strap here with the grenades. Now, I never reviewed the first Snake Eyes figures, and I'd never reviewed any of the other Snake Eyes figures either, and I don't own the other figure that did come with Timber. For some reason, didn't want to pay the price that they had for that figure, and I do believe that this one is just a much better figure. He's got the silver over his eyes, and you can put the scabbard with the sword inside it, right on his back. I really like the paint detail too. Why did I pull the trigger on this guy? Well, for one thing, Timber is a lot like the vintage one. And he has the head that reminds me of the vintage timber with the open mouth and everything. That is the reason why. It's not the only reason why, but that is a big part of why I bought this version. I really like the looks of Timber. He looks great. And I've never owned this figure yet, so he's got a lot of articulation. He's got ankle and halfway up the leg. He's got kind of up here on the next quarter of the leg. He's got the shoulder. He's got a lot of articulation here. Tail, lots of articulation in the back. The same thing all the way down here. And he's got two parts of his neck that articulates along with his head up and down. So I think he's great. I'm going to keep him like this. I do like the snarling look. I'm a dog person, and I just think I bet you he's a sweet dog when he's not fighting Cobra. So I want him to kind of be in that kind of I want him to have that kind of look on my shelf. And another reason why I bought this is because I find that the color, the shading, and the color changes that they made for this 5th version of Snake Eyes that Classifieds has done, that Hasbro has done, is a lot more reminiscent of version 2 here. I think it's really cool that they did that. Now, he doesn't have the backpack, which is interesting. I wish they would have given us the backpack, but I'm going to do something about that. And there's one more reason why I bought this figure, and it's because the original figure, like I said here a few minutes ago, he came with Nerf style guns, and I hate these guns, and most people do. That's why they're not making them anymore. So I'm going to give him a better gun from this version, from this box set. And unfortunately, he has a crappy gun here with the silencer. I don't know why they did that, but I'm going to give him a real gun. And I think to make the other version more accurate, I'm also going to give him the backpack. And he looks great. The new sword does fit into the backpack. I think that really looks great. And now I feel like I have the version 2 Snake Eyes that I think we always should have had in the first place. And now for this guy, he reminds me more of version 1 or version 1.5. And here he is here. He's all black. Doesn't have the same face sculpt, but it just reminds me of him. And so I still like this figure. I still think he looks cool. And I think with the updated gun here, and I can put his sword in his back like this, that will look fantastic. So that's how I'm going to keep him. And the nice thing about this is he also has these other hands. So if I wanted to give him a new hand, I've got that option. In conclusion, I do like this figure. I like what they did to him. I wish that he did come with a backpack, and now he has a backpack from my other figure that I still like, but I do like the updates of the boots and the paint work that he's got, and now I feel like I've got the figure that we should always have. I really like Timber. I'm glad they're giving us the animals too, and I'm really happy to have this in my collection. I think it looks great. I'm going to have both Snake Eyes in here. I don't think I'll ever buy another Snake Eyes from Classified, so please Hasbro, don't give us another Snake Eyes unless you're going to give us the version 1 Snake Eyes. In reality, if you just gave us a version 1 head, that would be awesome. So thanks for watching this episode of Toys Back Zen. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have, I thank you for subscribing and watching my videos. It really means a lot to me. I'm really having a great time doing this. And if you enjoy talking toys, stay tuned. I'm going to start doing live streams here soon once I get my toy room ready and set up for that. And don't forget, please check out my other videos. I have over 155 videos now that I have released. So thanks for watching and have a great day.